really fucking good, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Mill.
Your boy Pat.
You know what I'm saying? You tapping in right now on base soil. We'd like to welcome everyone into the building today. Go ahead and take a seat, roll something up. If you got something, definitely pour it up. It's going to be a good celebration day. A lot of things happen in 49er land, and we are going to be really excited for this game coming up in Pittsburgh. Want everyone to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you know when we're going to go live. You know what I'm talking about. But my brother, how you doing today, man? What's going on with you, bro?
Doing very well, my brother. Nick Bosa is on the way. I don't know if he's meeting us in Santa Clara. I don't know if he's meeting us in Pittsburgh, but either way, my boy is on the way. And I'm doing good.
definitely was incredible. We ain't gonna really cut nothing else to it, but man, Nick Bosa, we have had this on the ticker for a long time. I don't know why I don't have the new one up, but give me a second. But Nick Bosa has signed today for $170 million deal, guaranteed 120 M's. We were talking about
122.5.
Oh, excuse me.
Put that respect on my boy name.
Yeah, no. Go ahead and talk your shit, man. That boy got that extra $2 million. 122 million guaranteed right now. Pat, we have the numbers coming in closer to like 86, 85 guaranteed. Bosa has become the highest paid defensive end, I think probably even the highest defensive player today in NFL history. What did you think about the deal, and where were you when it happened?
I was at work, but I was actually scrolling the timeline live as it dropped. Hit that looked up, seeing how many minutes or seconds ago. It was 35 seconds when the tweet was posted. So I basically saw the news live, breaking news. Was very excited. I was on break. Got to really just sit there and take it all in. I was literally we were just talking about it yesterday, how we kind of chalked it up to the game. Like, I don't think he's going to be here to the first home game. Like, I think he's trying to get his point across, whatever the case may be. But shout out to that boy Lynch. He got it done. So I got to give the man his credit. Bosa got his bag, like I said he deserves. So I'm never going to fault the player for holding out and asking for their money, because you got to use your leverage when you got it. So the man was the best player in football last year, and I expect more of the same. So, glad my boy is in the building. Obviously, he didn't get the captaincy like we would have liked it to see, but at the end of the day, that's on him. You was doing your contract stuff, and no fault of his. You feel me? Nobody's to blame. It just kind of is what it is, you know. The other guy's been in camp all summer, so you got to respect it. But we know what Bosa brings to the table, and like our defense feels whole again.
Bruh, like, hey, it was a little strange, you know what I'm saying, going through preseason and just seeing Fred out there, the defensive line. I mean, Hargraves is still doing his thing all training camp. Eric Armstead is going to be Eric Armstead. But it just really kicks everything into gear, and everyone else is going to have a lot easier job now that 97 is back in the building, back on the defensive line. I mean, what do you think the holdup was initially, and why it took so long until today? Because, like, this is literally, like, install day number one. We had Tuesday as our cutoff day for him not probably being back. And I said he wasn't going to be there for week one, so I definitely caught the L on that. He's definitely back for week one. But what do you think took so long in them coming to this agreement?
I think it was probably the guaranteed money. I think initially, like, we probably were hearing Bosa probably wanted a shorter contract, but the Niners was like, nah, we need you around for this amount of time. So then he probably forced their hand with the guaranteed money. Like, if I'm going to play this amount of years, in year 5, that contract's going to look like, you feel me, kind of whatever. So I need my for show money. So I don't blame him for that. 130 guaranteed is a high number for football, but at the end of the day, like I said, Bosa deserves whatever, man. The man puts in the work. You feel me? Like he's one of them ones. He consistently beats two players. Like that's not normal, bro. Like what he does to the defense is just yeah. It sets the tone. It creates everything for everybody else to do their thing, and it's a good sight to see.
Man, good sight to see, man. I'm hyped even just for like, man, Drake Jackson probably gonna be able to get a chance to shine now. Like, the whole defensive line play is definitely gonna come up with this signing. I don't know, and like you said, that's definitely interesting. Definitely hear about. They're probably definitely going back and forth on the length of it, and ended up with this 5-year deal, which we are going to need him for these next 5 years. If anything, like no matter what happens after this year, like he's definitely one of the best players on the team, if not maybe the best player on the team. So
for sure, because I was gonna say the way our team is built right now, we're not paying Purdy nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's we're constructed to pay everybody else. So this basically is saying like we're gonna have Nick Bosa to be the anchor of our defense no matter what. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever may happen, people gonna ask for their money, whatever the case may be, but we'll at least have Nick Bosa when all is said and done. So I'm happy about that. We'll always be able to build around that. So I'm cool with that. Yeah, it's just I'm just excited. Like our defense feels like I don't know, like it's like you bought that Hellcat, but you ain't been using the red key, so it's like you didn't really know like what this Hellcat really been. And you put in the red key, then it's like, oh, this is what I paid the money for. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I didn't even know it was a red. Like, you know what I mean? We just put the red key into the defense now, so it's it's gonna turn up.
That's fucking real. That's fucking real, man. Okay, bro. Oh shit, that's hilarious. No, that is definitely Nick Bosa in a nutshell. I'm not gonna lie to you, but this defense,
right.
Yeah, bro. We got everything on the back end secured up now. I like where our corners is at. Got safeties. Linebackers always gonna be there. Shout out to Drake Greenlaw coming back. And then now just the D line, bro. Like once again, gonna be a staple of the whole team. Defense and run game has literally gotten us as far as we've gotten so far in all these years of Kyle Shanahan's tenure. So
yeah, and I personally feel like our D line is better than it was last year. Like I was just talking to Mark about this with Cleveland Farrell, and it's like if Cleveland Farrell was probably taken in the second round, everybody's probably satisfied with the player he is. It was just he was taken 4, so his expectations are so high. But he's a solid football player, man. So like I was feeling solid enough, like, all right, he's filling in for Bosa. He'll be able to do enough to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I'm not going to say he's about to put up no 18 sacks. Like, that would be crazy. But I felt like he sets the edge well. He beats one-on-ones. Like, he may not beat a double team all the time, but he could definitely, when he was getting ones, he could definitely hold his own and win a lot of those matchups from what I've seen. So, but the fact that now that, like, Cleveland Farrell could probably go on first and second down against the Steelers, and then Bosa come in on third down. Like that's going, like, and then obviously that's Bosa's spot once he gets in the rhythm. But he'll probably more than guaranteed he probably doesn't play more than 30, 40 snaps.
Facts. I mean, Cleveland Farrell going to be a better option than Kerry Hyder. I mean, Kerry Hyder, you know,
I love Kerry Hyder though. I ain't gonna lie.
No shots.
No, for sure. I love Kerry Hyder. He's a baller. But yeah,
definitely gonna be an upgrade over Kerry Hyder.
I fuck with Cleveland Farrell though. I just feel like he was drafted 4th, so the Raiders expected him to really be.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's definitely true. We got a real good, solid rotation, D line, outside and interior now. With the rotation with Hargrave, Armstead, Kinlaw, your boy. I forgot. We looked at the 50-man roster, but forgot who else is going to be the other defensive tackle there. But then just with the outside ends, Farrell, Drake Jackson, Nick Bosa. I think we got one more player too for the outside ends, but just really liking what we got now going into Pittsburgh. Way more than our chances without Nick Bosa. And yeah, man. just to get the bear back. So
yeah.
fuck, bro. We're gonna definitely see. No, it's a weight lift. I'm sure it's a weight lifted off of John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan's shoulders.
Man, for sure.
Especially with all the murkiness that happened around the last couple of weeks. So let's go ahead and transition over into Pittsburgh as the 49ers have a real football game on this Sunday at 10 o'clock in Pittsburgh. Our brother Pat, where will you be watching this game, and how juiced are you about it coming up?
I will be at work, but I'm definitely watching, and I'm definitely going to be excited. I'll be tapped in on my phone, but I'm looking forward to it. I think, honestly, man, I'm really confident about this team. So, like, I feel like we're going to win every single week. Obviously, we're going 18-0, but I just feel like I don't feel like the Steelers have any advantage over us. Like, I feel like their wide receiver speed is probably like their wide receivers are probably a little faster than our corners, but technique wise, I don't feel like they're as polished. Like, I feel like Travarius, he's gonna be able to bully Deontay or Pickens. Like, I'm not really worried about either one of them.
Yeah, like our corner.
Obviously, like Demo, I feel like he'll be able to match up with either one of them as well. Like, they'll get some catches just based on the way we play our defense. We like to keep everything underneath. So, I mean, and they possibly might even get, some cool amount of yards, but I ain't even too much worried about it. I just feel like when it comes down to it, they don't nothing about their team. I feel like they got Najee, but we got Dre and Fred.
We got even though the run game has been a little bit shaky during preseason, but I do still like our linebackers versus their run game. Even though I got Najee Harris going against them, and I need him to at least get 2 touchdowns this weekend, maybe with the L. But our defense versus their offense is definitely going to be probably the deciding factor. Just in terms of, like you said, just how we match up on the outside out there. I mean, who do we have to guard? Maybe Pat Freiermuth. I mean, Fred. He'll probably match Freiermuth like that. And then,
or even if we got to put any of the safeties on them, I feel like any one of our safeties could guard them too.
What about Kenny Pickett? We got Kenny Pickett coming in. He's looking a little bit better. Versus our defense.
Everybody was hyping him up because he threw 5 touchdowns, no picks I think it was something like that. Or he went 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns. That's what it was in the preseason.
Sure.
But I'm not a Kenny Pickett fan. I'm not a believer. So, I mean, everybody's saying he's been looking good in camp, and a lot of people are expecting him to take another step this year, and a lot of people were even saying that he's a good fantasy option. I don't believe it. I did take Deontay Johnson. I ain't gonna act like I don't have none of his players. I got Deontay Johnson, but I feel like that's his number one target. They have some consistent chemistry from last year. So I feel like that'll the only thing Deontay Johnson didn't do was score. He had 1,000 yards, he just didn't score. So I feel like eventually he'll go get into the end zone just starting week 2.
I don't know about this week yet. That's facts. Because I mean, even with what I saw in the preseason from Kenny Pickett, I like what I saw him being able to push it down the field more. Last year, definitely looked like a rookie, I would say. So I think our defense is definitely going to be fine versus their offense. Our offense versus their defense, though, that's going to be interesting. They were ranked 10th overall last year. They have TJ Watt, who's going to be healthy, former Defensive Player of the Year. Cam Hayward in the middle there. Their linebacker. So supposedly they drafted some other defensive end. I was listening to Mina Kimes' podcast, and they drafted another defensive end, and he was killing in the preseason. So definitely got to watch out for him. What do you think about our offensive line versus their defensive line?
I mean, they might win on the right side, but the left side.
No, go against side.
I don't think nobody in the league winning that matchup. Right. They might have a chance right side, but even then, I'll still like Spence, Brindle. Like I said, the only question we got is McKivitz, but I do got a lot of respect for TJ Watt. So TJ Watt, Cam Hayward line up on that right side. I think they might they might be in for a long night. But I feel like if we get them on the left side, like I feel like we're solid over there. And I feel like that's not to say they won't make a single mistake or what I'm saying. That's still TJ Watt and Cam Hayward. So like they may win a couple of reps or whatever the case may be. But I feel like for the most part, they have no chance on the left side. But teach their own. I'm sure they're not going to back down from nobody. It's a Mike Tomlin coach team. You always expect that defense to be, top notch. Whether their offense picks up and comes to the party or not, that defense is going to bring it. And even on the back end, you reminded me, my boy Minka Fitzpatrick is back there. So, he's one of them ones. You got to respect him.
He's going to be roaming. Yeah, they got their corners is weak, though. They got Patrick Peterson.
And
they got Joey Porter Jr. Respect to the OG.
But he's a rookie. Come on now, bro. I mean, come on now, bro.
This is IU.
Ayuk. He ain't got nothing like Ayuk in camp. Like, come on, bro. That boy different. And Debo, like, you don't. How do you prepare for Debo, bro? Like,
man, that's gonna be weird. I know Patrick Peterson been on that boy head. Like, look, bro, we got to be locked, focused for this week, bro. Coming in, like, man, bro, that's gonna be a bad matchup.
And then, like, the sneakiest matchup I like is Ray playing against his old team.
Oh, nice. That's a good transition, my friend. So George Kittle, Ray McCloud, man, legendary. And my boy Jake Moody, you know what I'm saying? Just picked up in fantasy and down there all my leagues this week. Is going to be back at practice and ready to go for Pittsburgh on Sunday. Shout out to Ray McCloud, bro. Like, how do you think? Like, bro, when we saw him last, like, he had the cast all the way wrapped up around the hand. Even though Kyle said he had a really good chance of starting week one. Man, go ahead and talk about that match.
Well, I will say the good thing is though, when we saw him, though, he did have a soft cast, so it did kind of like, it wasn't necessarily the hard cast anymore. So that kind of gave me a little bit of optimism. But so I don't feel like they can hang with us. Like our receivers, I'm not saying we're the best wide receiving corp in the league, but I feel like we present some of the toughest matchups. Like,
for sure.
Devo, he's crazy. Like, I think a lot of people forgot. Like, you feel me? Like,
Devo has to get his name.
Yeah, he's gonna remind a lot of people like what he meant
this
to do.
year,
like,
bro.
I think everybody's gonna be so focused on McCaffrey. Like, bro, just And then
we haven't talked about McCaffrey yet. No, go ahead.
I'm not sure how many snaps Ray even gets in, but I feel like whenever he does touch the ball, it's gonna be exciting. He's playing against the old squad. So.
You think he's gonna be on kickoff return?
Yeah, I think he will. I think he will. At least a few of them. They'll see how it goes, but I think he'll at least do a few of them. And I think he's gonna make a splash play.
Yeah, him out there on kickoff return, I'm down for that. Like you said, Debo and Ayuk, man, they should definitely eat this week. I'm gonna say that Ayuk leads in terms of yards this week out of those two, but I'm gonna probably give Debo at least 1 or 2 touchdowns this week. But I'm gonna say 1. Christian McCaffrey's definitely gonna have like 2 touchdowns this week for sure. Our run game versus our defense should definitely eat, especially on that left side. Mike Tomlin was already keyed in on it today. I think that's going to be the key to our success this weekend. Christian McCaffrey versus that defense. You think we're pretty much like 15, 20 totes, or what you thinking for CMC this week?
See, I think a little bit of the opposite, because I think Kyle, as much as he like to act like he don't know what be going on, he knows Christian McCaffrey is like on everybody's fantasy thing. He's one of them high speed. So I think he's going to use CMC as a big decoy this week. I think he is going to get a lot of carries, but I think I want to say he's going to probably get 15 carries. 15. But I think in the past game, he's going to use him as a decoy. So he may only have like 3-4 catches. As opposed to like,
Purdy likes to go to Chris McCaffrey. You know what I'm saying?
He does, but I think the way Kyle's gonna draw it up though, I think he's gonna go Debo and BA real heavy this week. Probably Kittle too, but I think he's gonna go in that direction this week.
Yeah, what do we except from Stone Cold Kittle this week? What we think he's gonna do? You think he's coming back off the abductor injury? It's kind of serious injury. What do you expect from Kittle this week coming out versus Steelers?
Kittle's just always hard to judge as far as like stats because everything he do is like it's not stat. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is blocking, the energy, his pancake blocks and crap. You know what I'm saying? So like it's hard to necessarily, but you know he's got the skill set to put up 100, 150 any single game. So it's like it just matters how Kyle draws it up. But I definitely feel like he's a guy that another guy. He might get matched up with Fitzpatrick, so that might be kind of, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying neutralized, but it wouldn't be like his normal you know what I'm saying, crazy type of game. So,
I think it's gonna kind of ease into it. And,
so I say maybe like 4 or 5 catches, but not a lot of yards. Maybe like 40, 50 yards, something like that.
Nice. Okay. I mean, Purdy likes to go to Kittle in the red zone, so stay woke for Kittle. Maybe getting a touchdown this week too, y'all. We got the chat.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the chat finally going up.
Everybody been a little quiet today. Go ahead and shout out boy Dre. You know what I'm saying? He said T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Yes, that's why we didn't say Brandon Ayuk and Debo are the best.
I wouldn't. I'm not gonna say that.
Don't sleep on Debo and Ayuk now.
Hey, Torpedo
this day, you know what I'm saying? Shout out the gang.
He had the groin, but he back practicing at full now, so he's good.
Yeah, he came back from a very tough injury. So,
Chris, I'm telling you, 10 a.m. got the reminder set for 9:30, man.
Hey, shout out Chris, man. Hey, this is gang violence. Shout out 95.7. You know what I'm saying? Morning Rose coming through, fucking with us right quick. Man. You know what I'm saying?
9:30, you got to set the reminder. 10 a.m. Yeah, you got to be in position by then.
I'll never forget. We was at what's the name for it? 10. It was like 10 a.m. playoff game at what's it called? Oh, Kezar Pub in the city, bro. Shit was crazy, bro. Niggas was pre-gaming, eating breakfast, and drinking beers and shit like that, bro. That shit was lit, bro. To 10 a.m. do be different, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. For sure. Boy Dre said the Kittle isn't the one you want. Kittle isn't the one you want to attack with. CMC is the way to go. It's very true. I think CMC is definitely a run game.
And I think everybody's thinking that. So that's why I think Kyle is not going to, you know what I'm saying? I think he's just going to use him a lot as a decoy. But yeah, 9:30, Chris, you gotta be in position by 10, man. You can't set the alarm for 10.
That's it. All right, so what's so man, everyone has their routine on the weekend before the games. I like to watch NFL Game Day in the morning. I'm a big NFL Game Day fan. It reminds me of watching it with my pops. Shout out Mike Irvin. Shout out Rich Eisen, the legend. You know what I'm saying? Eat a nice big breakfast. Roll up. I'm checking my fantasy at the same time as well too. So probably by 9:30, I will be locked in. But I'm making them last. Even though it's week one, so I won't be as stressed about the fantasy lineups. But like catch me mid-season, I'm a little more stressed as it gets closer to kickoff as I'm starting to look back and forth who to play. That's usually where I fuck myself sometimes, you know what I'm saying, with who I'm gonna play with. But just in terms of being ready for NFL Sunday and getting ready for the games, what's your usual weekend schedule like when you are watching?
It just depends like what time we play. For the most part, like I feel like if we play the 9 or 10 game, the 10 o'clock game in the morning, then I'm usually like not doing a lot before the game. I'm usually trying to like get all my stuff the night before, make sure I'm already rock and roll. Like if I have to do something, I'm trying to make sure I'm back in the house by 9:15, 9:30, so I could decompress, chill, get all my snacks together, whatever the case may be, and then watch the game in peace. And then if we got the 1 o'clock game, like sometimes depending on what's going on in the first type of games, I'll run to the store. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just all depends. I don't be tripping when we got the 1 o'clock game. Yeah, like the Niner game is the most important. Like I like the other games, but like the Niner game is what I'm here for. So I don't really be tripping as much. But Yeah, that's the 10 o'clock game. I try not to do too much because I try to just like, all right, it's football. As soon as I wake up, maybe nine. You know what I'm saying? 9:30 had that fantasy lineup set. I'm ready to chill, kick my feet up all day.
See, I'll be locked in to red zone. So when the Niners game is on, I usually have the little screen or the big screen. You know what I'm saying? Going.
Nice.
So we got red zone on one TV, and then we got the game on one TV. So I'm still debating on how I'm gonna do this. 10 a.m.
What I do?
This is 10 a.m.
What I
week
do for
one,
me?
bro. Like I need to be locked in, bro.
When the Niner game on, I'm strictly Niner game, and then like
strictly Niner game. Red zone. You know red zone at all?
Like I may flip on commercials or something for like a quick second, maybe, but like for the most part, I'm all game. Like, and then when we're not on, then I'm pretty much all red zone. I don't really tune in to the regular game. I'm usually all red zone at that point, but for the most part, like I'm all Niners when the Niner game is on. Like I might flip during commercials or something, but like even halftime, I'm about to go get a snack, get something to drink. Then I'll double back. I ain't really tripping off the turning the channel. I ain't tripping. I occupy my own time.
Yeah, no, I
back.
I have to have the second screen because I hate. No, what's worse when you got like this nigga Dorian? Every time my brother watches with me, and he hates it because I like if I don't have the second screen up and I'm flipping, he always be the dude. Hey, check on the Niners game. Hey, check. Hey, flip
nah, that's real. He be having my boy be stressed out like he ain't trying to miss nothing. That's how I be feeling. Like, nah, bro, I'm talking about the Niners.
I'm like, bro, now the game. Bro, I'm like, bro, it's all commercials, bro. They literally switched the commercial, bro. Like, come on,
that's
man. We gonna get there. That's hilarious.
What do you say? What we got going on? Sal said, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah."
9:30 for sure. You know what I'm saying? 10 a.m. is definitely too late. Except for if you got that late night, you know what I'm saying, Sal? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just wake up in time for that 10 o'clock. But yeah, 10 o'clock is definitely too late.
I wonder why Sal said that. You probably drafted him.
You gonna have a monster year? Does he
have all Niners over there?
Does he have him on the fantasy?
Torpedo. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
No, this fucking guy.
I got Ayuk in one league for sure.
The Raiders fans took all the Niner players. What do you know?
Man, they always say Niner players. Shout out to my family. Says hello. Do you all think Bosa's gonna be ready to go? Yes, I'm gonna say
we hit on that.
Football shape ready in terms of the speed for the game and everything like that. Do you think it's gonna take him a little bit of second to or maybe not speed for the game, but just
hell no, that is Nick Bosa. We talking about
ready to go. Like I mean, do you think if he could play full snaps, Pat? Do you think he could play full snaps right now?
No, he ain't playing full snaps, and he's playing. I said between 20 to 40 snaps, somewhere between there. And he's gonna have 2 sacks. That's why.
2 sacks. Giving him 2 sacks out the gate.
Nick Bosa, out the gate.
Just got off the couch. Ooh, my boy better get 2 sacks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? He's
gonna have some low man. He's gonna snap count for sure.
Low management. Dre said, "I don't get out of bed until the one game unless I'm in Kentucky. If the Raiders play early, I'm watching that." And then if not, I'm gonna be on red zone. Shout out to red zone. You know what I'm saying? Tyler hits the bong. Definitely on game day. Oh no, we got weed for sure throughout the whole day, man. That's why I want to do on show on Sunday nights, but man, we just be so loaded. Like we'll see how the season goes, but man, for sure. Some Raiders games are on. If the Raider game is on, red zone is off. So everybody's locked into the team.
Yeah, for sure.
Feel it.
Yeah, I got DAM Purdy. What a sicko. What a sicko. Sicko. I hate him.
He's like, look, I got a feeling Brad Ayuk is about to fucking break records this year.
Step into my office, man. We can talk about Purdy, man. Step into my office, man.
Man, no, definitely got to see what's going on. Trades, bro. Oh, also, I didn't get to talk about my boy Jay Moody, man. On schedule, back, ready to go for week 1. Does he miss a kick this weekend?
Nah, I'm gonna say nah. He's used to the Midwest, even though he was not in the ACC. He was in the Big Ten. I think he's just kind of used to that area of the country, so I think he'll be all right. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say 4 extra points. 4 extra points.
Okay.
4 extra points and 1 field goal, 1 for 1.
1 for 1? Okay, I'll take that shit. That's like
31.
maybe like 8 points, 8, 9 points. I'm thinking fantasy. This is for my fantasy team. You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying? That's like maybe like 7, 8 points.
Well, I'll
Depending
say
on how
2
long
field goals. We put up 34. I'll say that. I'll say we put up 34. So 2 field goals, 4 extra points. No miss.
Score prediction 34-27 or 34 to what?
20.
Ooh,
I don't trust the Steelers offense, bro. I don't.
Ooh, yeah.
Honestly, I personally think they're gonna finish last in that division, bro.
Their division is tough. The AFC North is gonna be really tough this year. I'm really kind of feeling the hype with them. We big Najee guys over here. Really want to see what Najee does this year, but they have the weakest quarterback in that division. So
to me, bro, I'm not gonna hold you.
You said what?
They have the weakest roster, like the weakest team. Like I even look at Cleveland. Like I feel like
you think the Bengals defense is better than theirs?
I feel like Bengals defense has been in the AFC Championship the last 2 years.
I mean, it's been because of Joe Burrow. Because of Joe Burrow the offense.
You don't beat Mahomes just because of Joe Burrow, my boy.
You don't. I mean, they got Trey Henderson. Trey Henderson is nice, but like I'm still gonna take T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, and Minka Fitzpatrick over whoever else the Bengals got on their defense. So I wouldn't say
they got Denzel. They got Denzel Ward and what's his name? Myles Garrett. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the Browns defense. Is tricky though because they look good on paper.
I think they're good.
But they look good on paper, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Watch it as the season goes on, bro. The Steelers defense definitely holds people to more points. I want to say they were 10th overall last year. We
got to play their division, so we're gonna.
We're gonna find out. We definitely gonna find out. You're right. You are right. We definitely gonna find out who the worst one is in their division. But I don't know, man. I just want to. I fuck with the Steelers, like just the whole aura. They're one of the ones that's like up there in Super Bowl championships, and I fuck with Mike Tomlin, so. I don't want to say they're going to be in last place. Who knows how the season's going to go. But, yeah, as of right now, they probably are the last place team in that division. But we're going to see what happens either way. It's all on mostly like Kenny Pickett, bro. How is that?
Exactly. Exactly.
His second year. I mean, he's looking good in preseason, but.
Torpedo said, my boy Moody going to be shook. That's funny.
Shook where? Man, he ain't gonna be shook, man. Only thing gonna be shaking is them extra points. You know what I'm saying? Shit, fuck that, man. Jake Booty all day.
Yeah, I think we scoring a lot. Have you seen our offense, bro? Like Purdy don't have to throw the ball down the field. He can throw a bunch of screens, bro, and they take it home one. Like
yeah, no, that's definitely gonna be how it gets done. Oh, that's what I was gonna say to you. Have you heard Mike Tomlin's comments on Purdy?
No, I didn't hear that.
So they asked Mike Tomlin pretty much like, how do you stop Brock Purdy? Like, what's your game plan for that? And Mike Tomlin says, and I'm paraphrasing, but he says it's really more about stopping Kyle Shanahan's scheme. No matter who they really have back there, Jimmy Garoppolo, Matt Ryan, Brock Purdy, like it's all really just about stopping that scheme. So how do you feel? Is that like a shot towards our starting quarterback? And
I mean, you gotta call a spade, bro.
Man,
what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't mad at him. Shit.
Oh man,
if Purdy, listen, if Purdy feels some type of way and he want to go, hey, listen, brother, more power to you.
Right. That's all motivation. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What you gonna do about it? I mean, shit. You ain't gonna change nobody's opinion on that. So, like, you feel me? Just it is what it is. I mean, like I've been saying that though. That's like Kyle wants somebody who can stay within what he wants to do, and that's cool. Like that's you know what I'm saying. But I fuck with Mike Tomlin too. I'm not gonna act like I don't like Mike Tomlin, but the man has had so many years without a losing record. Like that's ridiculous. Like it's like over 10 years without a losing record. And I'm not saying they're gonna have a bad team because like Mike Tomlin's team is gonna always play hard, but I just don't think they have a good roster. They have good players for sure, but your number one corner is Patrick Peterson. Like, how old is he right now? Like,
I mean, they've had Joe Hayden out there too before. Like, he kind of has a thing with like getting the OG
on the back end, like trying to milk it on the like.
You know and then have a younger, you know what I'm saying, corner on the other side. So that's kind of always been their mantra for a little bit now going forward. But
I mean, I feel like the Steelers always kind of have like, I ain't gonna say no name corners, but it kind of like us with quarterback. It's just like a guy out there.
Yeah.
Right. Number 20 something. It don't matter no matter who it is. It's just 20. They all the same.
Now, except for Ike Taylor, I did like Ike Taylor. I was saying, but he wasn't.
He was cool, but yeah,
he was just saying.
I feel like I remember Ike Taylor more as a punt returner than a corner.
That's real. I don't think they've ever had a top. They never had a top corner since I've been watching football. Now that I think about it, you might be right on that.
Minka's safety, so
safety. They're big safety, big safeties, but no, just in terms of corner, they definitely is not it. He said they still got Minka. We know they got Minka, bro. We said safety.
No, for sure.
We're not gonna not safety. Tomlin will have them playing hard like he always does. Last place is a crazy prediction. I mean, bro.
I think the Browns are good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
the Browns are still the Browns, but I think the Browns are good. I'm my personal opinion.
Coming in last place in this division does not technically mean you're gonna be
right. I guess I gotta clear that up too. Right? I guess I gotta clear that up too because that's probably the best division in football. Like you might say AFC East. I mean, AFC East too, but for the most part, like I ain't
top to bottom.
I'm not. Yeah. You feel me? Like you gotta put some respect on that conference.
Plus they play the NFC West this year, so they're gonna be definitely getting their wins up outside of us.
The Rams and Cardinals for sure.
Maybe Seattle, but Cardinals just gonna be giving the booty away this year. Golly. That's
Mark, you going into the history books, Mark. We just talk about like the recent, like
facts. Mel Blunt. He said Mel Blunt. I'm weak, right. Bro. Mark said Mel Blunt. That was in the 70s, though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said since I've been watching football, I've never thought about a corner from the Steelers like that. My boy, man, I hope so, Dre. Man, I got to John Watson in fantasy football. He's gonna have a good year this year. I think he's gonna bounce back.
Yeah.
Sal says the division is tough, so he definitely gets it. Definitely feel that one. Dre said Watson gonna have a good year this year, just not in week 1. So I guess he plays them in fantasy football. Or they play. The Raiders don't even play them, so must be a fantasy football. That's looking forward to the game. Should be a good one. Definitely gonna be locked in for that. Oh my God, we do not care about Jimmy G. My family, let it go.
I ain't gonna lie.
Let it go.
No,
absolutely.
Honestly, put Aiden O'Connell in there. Let's see what he can do.
And man, AOC, man, we definitely stand up for AOC, man, for real. Just want to go ahead and transition into some predictions for this year. It's going to be a really good season. I didn't get a chance to really go into it myself today at work, but going over some Super Bowl picks and awards for top players of the NFL. Do you have your list up?
I mean, I got a pretty good idea.
Okay, go ahead and go yours. I'm gonna write mine down right now.
Okay, so for MVP, I'm trying to pick somebody that, all my guys may be a little unconventional. I want to some feathers a little bit. MVP, I'm going Trevor Lawrence.
Ooh,
Trevor Lawrence, MVP.
The MVP. NFL MVP?
Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, that boy dropped the bomb. Put the bombs in the chat, boy. Okay, bro. Okay, we're going to come back to that, bro. Oh, man. Do you want to stay here or do you want to come back to that? Because that's
whatever you want to do. Hey, listen.
Why do you think Trevor Lawrence is MVP, bro?
He built a lot of confidence at the end of last year, getting the playoff win. Like, I just felt like he's got a lot going for him. I love it. I love the way their offense looks. He got ETN, who he's comfortable with. Calvin Ridley coming back. Christian Kirk, who he had great chemistry with last year. I like the Jags. Their division is kind of sorry. I feel like he can make a statement and win the division and really look good this year.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. We're going to write that down, bro. Trevor Lawrence. Okay, Dark Horse. Man, sound good. You feel me? Like, man, Dark Horse MVP. I like it. Fuck it. Go ahead. He said, man, that's a Hey, boy, that's a
Yeah,
boy.
man.
That's
Yeah.
that woke
Okay.
me up. I don't like that.
Okay. Offensive
Go ahead,
player of
go
the
ahead.
year. I got
Yep.
another spicy one that I didn't want to give it away, but I'm going Debo Samuel, offensive player of the year. I feel like
Damn, my boy gonna come back like
he's
that.
about to remind people who he is. A lot of people are gonna be focused on CMC and the new offense, and rightfully so. But they're interchangeable. So Debo might be in the backfield sometimes, and CMC might be in the slot. So I just feel like Debo Samuel is gonna remind people who he is, offensive player of the year. Okay. Defensive player of the year. I had two.
Wait, with Debo, because I would have thought he would have maybe got offensive player of the year when he did what he did in 2019 or 2020. 2020, like that was 1,500 yards. I want to say like 600 maybe rushing, 5 TDs I think rushing. Like what type of stats?
I think he's gonna be.
Bro, that was like his
close
best
to
year.
2K. I think he's gonna be around 2K combined.
Oh,
I think he's gonna be around 2K combined.
Shit.
I think he's gonna be around 2K combined. I'm not necessarily saying he's gonna have, whatever, but I just 2K combined. I feel like that's where he's going with that. Offensive rookie of the year. I'm gonna go Anthony Richardson. I think he's got a potential to have really explosive plays. He's got good leadership qualities. And I also think that Bryce Young will overall be probably the best out of all three of them eventually. But I think Anthony Richardson is going to have some real explosive plays this year.
No, I got him in fantasy. I need him to do that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Defensive rookie of the year. I wanted to pick Jair Brown. I ain't gonna lie, I did, but I wanna give my guys, my fam, some love out here. I'm going Tyree Wilson.
Ooh,
I feel like when he gets on the field,
hell no, bro. What? No, wait, hold up, man, hold up. For the Raiders?
Yep.
Man, what?
What's the name?
Oh, you gotta explain it.
Chandler Jones.
Chandler Jones
Is on his way out of here. We can see that writings on the wall. Chandler Jones is out of here. We know that's coming. All right, number 2, Max Crosby is gonna get double teamed all year. We know that. That's what Crosby has to work on to become an elite player. He has to learn to beat the double teams. I think he's gonna step up. Tyree, he's got good attributes, but I think if he just gets that dog like Max Crosby, he lead by example. You feel me? If you just do what Max Crosby do, you'll be a good player. So I feel like I'm gonna give my Raider boys a shout out on that one. NFC champ. We kind of already went over this. I'm going with my San Francisco 49ers, and I'm gonna stick with the Jets. Just right now, I feel like they got a real complete team, but they still got to get past the Bills in that division, and I feel like that's no easy task. But I picked the Bills last year, and they let me down, so I'm going somewhere else this year. Going A-Rod, AFC champs, Super Bowl champs. Obviously, the 49ers. I don't need to say that. And I said we're gonna score 49 points because fuck him. And that little mentalist, he don't know what the fuck he talking about. And then did I say defensive player of the year?
Nope, I don't think so.
All right, so for defensive player of the year,
but you didn't have defensive player of the year.
Yeah, so defensive player of the year, I had 2 picks. One that wasn't really that spicy. I said I think Micah Parsons might get that one, but I felt like you might pick Micah Parsons, so I felt like I had somebody else on deck that is a little more unconventional. I said also Marshawn Lattimore.
Marshawn Lattimore for real? That's my nigga too, man. Okay, Marshawn Lattimore, bro. I want to see him. You know what I'm saying? Lining up with Mike Evans one more time. You feel me, bro? Ooh, Marshawn. But he would have to have like
10 picks or something. Yeah, with like some touchdowns. Yeah, no, for sure. Ooh. No, but I think so. And I think the Saints are going to be in some shootouts. And we saw the quarterbacks that they're playing this year. And I feel like he's got a chance to really, really do some damage. And then comeback player of the year, I feel like this is not even a competition. It's going to DeMar Hamlin. Like, it's not even.
Nah, I don't think it's gonna be DeMar Hamlin.
What?
Nah.
You're
What?
insane.
Just for making it through the season?
Yes, just for being back
No,
on the
man.
field.
Hell no, man. No,
You're
I'm
crazy.
about to push back on that.
You're
Like,
crazy.
he wasn't. Was he even? He wasn't even like a top safety. I didn't know who he was until it happened. Like, bro,
to him. But now the whole world knows who he is, and it's the comeback story. They're going to make a movie about it.
Injury,
they're damn near going to name this award after him.
I like the angle, but for comeback player of the year, you have to do some shit though. Like on the field. No, you don't.
You just have to come back.
Yes, bro. The comeback player of the year, yes, you do, bro. Right. DeMar Hamlin.
Well, we can bet it. We can bet wherever.
We can bet it. Hey, no. All right, $20. I got $20 that says you will not be the comeback player of the year, bro. DeMar Hamlin, bro. I wasn't expecting you to say that. That's a solid pick, though. Solid pick.
All right, yeah. So that's my list right there. Who else? Dre still saying his Lion shit. Stop it.
Yeah, no, it's because of the chat. I know they been going crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Our boy said, my Sal said Homer pick. You know what I'm saying?
With Debo, probably
crazy. Bro. When you set it off, bro. With the NFL MVP, bro, you set it off, bro. And my boy Dre said that's a hot
quarterback for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Dark horse MVP, I like it. My boy,
but I had him already. That's why I picked him, though. I could have reached for somebody else if I wanted.
Bro,
hey, listen,
bro, you got go with who you said go with, bro. Fuck that shit.
Sure. Oh, I'm not doubting it at all.
You got a couple people saying Lamar on deck for MVP. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Lamar. For sure. The skill set alone always makes him an option, but he already got an MVP, so you know how Burgers feel about that. Unless you LeVon Mahomes.
My family says definitely love it. Dre with the Lions. He said the Lions gonna come out the NFC, bro. That shit is hilarious, bro. The Jets don't believe Rodgers will last this season. That's who and I'm glad you brought this up, my family. I was gonna have Aaron Rodgers as my comeback player of the year, but I decided not to. But I mean,
the man was just MVP like 2 years ago, bro.
But the last year though, it was the down year for Aaron Rodgers. So like, if he goes off this year, bro, with Garrett Wilson, I think he's about to go off. He could be in the runnings for comeback player of the year, bro. No cap.
I guess. I feel like Russell Wilson got a better chance than him.
Russell Wilson could. If Russell Wilson goes off, that's another good one. I like that. That's another good one. But DeMar Hamlin, bro, that's gonna be tough, bro. He got to go in on the field, and I see your angle, and I understand why you picked him, but I just don't know if he'll do it or not. We got bets going on in the chat. Nice, you know what I'm saying? No, Jimmy G. Is Jimmy G eligible for comeback player of the year since my family? Is he fat?
I mean, shit, yeah, but how long is he gonna last?
Like, man, y'all better get ready for AOC.
I just don't believe the man can stay healthy, man. That's all it is, man.
Yeah, no, he got to really do a lot for him to be comeback player of the year, and he had Devontae Adams one.
Like, one.
Like, man, like, any place to try and get it, you know what I'm saying? He could maybe do it if he throws for he's never thrown 4,000 yards in a season, I want to say. So if he gets north of 4,000, maybe like 25 touchdowns or more, he could be in the run-in. But man, I don't want that nigga to make that shit. Bro, he ain't gonna do that shit. Sorry. Yeah, Mark said yee. So let me go ahead and get into mine. I literally just wrote mine down right now, but I'm gonna go ahead with the NFL MVP, Patrick Mahomes. Once again.
It's hard to argue with that, man.
It's hard. It really is, man. I like your pick though. I'm not mad at Dark Horse.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was gonna pick Herbert. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Herbert. I thought about Herbert. Herbert definitely crossed my mind, but with the Travis Kelce injury happening, and with they having the holdout with Chris Jones, I just feel like it's going to just fall back on Pat again. We'll see him definitely this week or tomorrow. Shit. Versus the Lions, down there out there by himself throwing to Kadarius Toney and a mix of other wide receivers that we probably don't
Richie
even know
James,
of like that.
don't forget about Richie James.
Man, shout out Richie James. Man, bro, I saw him in preseason. I was like, they're going my nigga right there.
Now, honestly, though, I think Sky Moore, I picked him in pretty much all my fantasy leagues. I think he's going to have a good year, though. I think he's going to be a nice weapon for him.
I might have been a little too early on the Sky Moore train. I want him to be nice, but man, they still got Justin Ross too. But like,
yeah, that's how I was about James Cook. I was a year too early on James Cook. I took him in all my leagues last year. He just didn't hit that until the end of the year. He started getting some run, but he fumbled like the first possession in McDermott.
Yeah, no, that was bad for him. That was bad for him. Yeah,
I was like, you gotta go, bro.
I remember that. Man, that's how you get on the bench quick. Yeah, no, that's very true. Very true. No, that's very true. No, I got James. I went James Cook heavy this year in my fantasy league. So
this man Dre, I hope you put that in at a casino, bro, because you're
bro. Ain't not great.
Pushing that Lions agenda.
Go do that before Sunday, bro. Like, fuck it, man. That shit wild,
no,
bro,
before tomorrow. They play tomorrow.
Yeah,
price, they beat the Chiefs. Price going up.
Yeah, no, the price of the brick is going to go up. Bro. That's facts, bro. Hey, don't sleep on the Lions. My brother keeps sleeping on the Lions, bro. But I'm like, bro, they got.
Honestly, though, I think they're gonna win that division. At first, I was saying the Vikings, but looking at the roster on both sides, I think the Lions gonna win that division. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, maybe Dre's on to something. My offensive player of the year, CMC, big, heavy, Great White Buffalo energy. I think CMC is probably gonna rush. I want to say close to 2 racks, but like I want to temper myself. But I really think he's about to go in this year because he put up so much yards last year on like a couple amount of weeks playing with us, bro. So I think Christian McCaffrey is definitely gonna be offensive player of the year this year, bro. What was you gonna say, my bad?
No, I was gonna say it's the writing's on the wall. He got in last year with pretty much no time to really get adjusted to the playbook and really made some noise. So it's hard to argue with that pick. I know a lot of people are going in that direction, which is we can all see it. But also, too, I also feel like I don't know. I just feel like Kyle, he ain't going to get too ahead of himself. I think he's going to balance out the workload. I don't think he's going to. Because we still got Eli. Eli is still good. Like, I feel like
for how many weeks, bro? Eli be coming in for like, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
3-4 weeks a year.
When he's not the main dude, though. When he's the main dude, we see he can't carry the load. But in spots, I feel like 10 carries a game is probably right where they see him at. And that's going to take some of the away from what's name.
But I feel like CMC will still, like, with the touches that he gets, though. Like,
no, for sure. The potential is always there, for sure.
So much with it. Like, man.
We saw him do everything last year.
Shout out to 49ers Ultimate Report. Welcome to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the gang. He said, shout out to my boy Pat Warriors banner. Shout out to the champs, man.
Appreciate you coming through, man.
You know what I'm saying? 49ers Ultimate Report. Hit that like and subscribe button, my boy. I fucks with you, bro. Defensive player of the year. You know where I'm going with this. I know where I'm going. Bro, he just got paid, bro.
Nick Bosa, back-to-back.
Go with Nick Bosa, bro. I gotta go, bro. I'm running back with Nick Bosa, bro. I'm thinking he's gonna go back-to-back.
That would be a big statement.
Bro.
That would be a big statement.
He might have to restructure and get some more money, bro.
Who was the last player to win back-to-back defensive player of the year? Aaron Donald?
I don't think. Did Aaron Donald go back-to-back?
I think so.
That'd be crazy. I mean, he has the potential to. You already said our defense is in a better place than it was last year with Javon Hargraves now.
That's him and Armstead inside.
Bro, like he should be able to beat the sack record. You already have him getting 2 on Sunday. If he beats that sack record, it's a wrap. Back-to-back defensive player of the year.
I hear you. I can't argue with that. I did say he would probably get to like 20. So
man,
I can't argue with that.
I want to see it this year. So I got Nick Bosa, defensive player of the year. My offensive rookie of the year, gonna be a little biased, but I've liked what I've seen in preseason so far. The motherfucking CJ Stroud, y'all saying Atlanta, y'all saying
ATL CJ.
Yeah, outside the club, man.
I do like CJ Stroud, and I do feel like I wanted to pick him, but I feel like Anthony Richardson is just a little more explosive of a runner, but I do feel like CJ Stroud is going to have a good, solid year and a good career. But I do feel like he's going to have some growing pains because he don't really have no receivers. So that's what really kind of like made me take a step back on them a little bit. But he's good. And I like the way he plays. He can move in and out the pocket, and I feel like he's gonna be ready to go. He got some solid running backs, so that'll help him. But I feel like his weapons is why I didn't really pick him. That's my dog, so I'm not rooting against him. I hope he do, man. He got the potential for sure.
Yeah, no, I think he's got to get into a good groove. And his division isn't the toughest, so he'll definitely be able to have some pretty solid games. My boy Dre, it's all about fuck them up. Really not hate on Twitter. Hey, I'll be projecting.
Mike will tell you. Mike ain't a vouch for him.
Bro, I go through a lot of emotions on Twitter, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've been riding with this team for so long, have my heart broken so many times for so many different reasons. And I just want a fucking quarterback, man. So, like, this should be happening like that. He said that's a wild pick. Is it really that wild for Nick Bosa? Or maybe talking about CJ Stroud? Nick Bosa is definitely going to be Defensive Player of the Year in the running. Are you both from the Bay Area? Yes, we are. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's on Bay soil. Hayward products, you know what I'm saying? Real Hayward, the heart of the Bay. If you don't know, now you know. My boy Sal says Stroud is going to be nice. I agree. He needs to use his tight end a lot this year, bro. You are very.
He got he got Gesicki.
I think they got Schultz from the Cowboys, bro.
Oh, Schultz, that's who it was. Yeah, no, for sure. Was wide receivers, bro. Somebody drafted one of the wide receivers in the league, and I was like, "Damn, who's that, bro?" Like, I did like 2 drafts. I did like 2 drafts, and I still didn't know who he was. I'm like, "What the hell?" That was like my first time seeing him. Like, oh shit.
No, because I tried to pick him in a waiver wire in one of our leagues, and he was already drafted. I was like, "Damn, that's crazy." You know what I'm saying?
Xavier, what it do, man?
You feel me? We here, baby. We here, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's go crazy.
Bosa a wild pick. That's funny.
Yep, man. Shout out DC. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Daly City. You know, shout out to Hayward. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, man.
Man, real Hayward in the building. Real Daly City in the building. For my defensive rookie of the year, the Raiders fucked up. You went with the other pick. I'm going with who they should have got. Jalen Carter in the Eagles, them Georgia boys. Really like what he's bringing, and he's going to be next to fucking my boy. What's my boy? OG Fletcher Cox in the middle. They still got Brandon Graham. Right. Yeah, they got fuck the Eagles. They got a lot of people.
I don't think he's gonna get the amount of reps just because their D line is so deep. They're gonna be shuffling them in and out. So I don't feel like he's gonna have opportunities.
I hear you, but he's been flashing and he's been moving up more on the depth chart. I've been seeing that, and I think by probably like week 4 even, he's gonna be out there with Fletcher Cox and getting a lot of good starting minutes. So I do hear you on that. I couldn't really think of anybody for a defensive role. If that's who I just thought of.
Yeah. I felt like too. Will Anderson is a good pick, but I feel like everybody's probably gonna pick him.
Yeah,
like I feel like everybody's gonna pick him. D'Amico Ryans, that's like his project. So it's like,
and he's gonna have way more usage than you said,
exactly. That's his defense pretty much. D'Amico gonna give him the keys from the jump, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but I just felt like everybody was gonna pick him. So I just was like, let me try and pick somebody. And then it's another corner who played for that weak ass team up north in the northwest.
Do they pick the first round draft pick that they got?
Yeah, the corner. I hella liked him.
Oh, damn, man, fuck the
Seahawks. But I ain't gonna never pick them to win nothing. So fuck them.
Never. So. Nah. You're gonna get routed by Brandon Ayuk some cold, bro.
Yeah. So, but I do like him. But I fuck him. So yeah.
Yeah. Nah. That's real. That's real. Who you rooting for this weekend versus them and the Rams?
Tie.
Huh?
Tie.
Time? Tie? You
tie.
Nah, man. It's always fuck Seattle, man. I hope they lose.
It is, but I don't want Rams to have no confidence coming into week 2.
But I'm not worried about the Rams, though, bro.
I'm not either.
We own them. That's all I'm like, man.
Fuck them both.
I just want to see them niggas take an L, man.
I want to see Seattle lose, but I don't want to ever see. I want to see the Rams win. So
that's real. That was real. Now I'm gonna shake it up. NFC champ. I'm gonna stick with my pick, bro.
Hey, get
After
this
Mike
dude out of here,
bro. After Mike still might be in there, bro. I'm gonna stick with my pick, bro. Going with the Cowboys. Going with the boys, man. I know niggas gonna hate me.
That is crazy.
Woo, they gonna cook me in the chat. It's all
Where
good.
Mike at, bro?
He said, "Where Mike?" Man,
I just Mike block you, bro.
I just feel like we're adding Stephon Gilmore. They got 2 lockdown corners now. Michael Parsons is still gonna be.
He's not a lockdown corner, bro. He gets
Stephon
picked.
Gilmore definitely got routed by Justin Jefferson and Diggs.
He got routed by Brandon Ayuk too.
He did get got by Ayuk, but he makes plays over. He still get interceptions.
No, he does make plays.
And you got Stephon Gilmore, who is a former defensive player of the year, who's going to be coaching him up.
Yeah, but he's a little. He's not Patrick Peterson. He's not that out there, but
he ain't that washed. No, he's not.
He's not past his prime. No.
I was going to say it like that. And then, bro, I just like their defense. They have one of the most higher scoring defenses, like for like turnover points and shit like that. Dak, always good in the pocket.
He's gonna blow it when it matters most. Fuck him,
bro. I think him and CD in the playoffs is gonna be good. Look, with Brandon Cooks, niggas be sleeping on Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks was definitely a really good ad. You know what I'm saying? They still got Michael Gallup. My only
Pollard. You think Pollard finna hold up for a whole year?
That is my only worry for them. Is I don't think Tony Pollard is what everyone's talking about.
And then their backup is Deuce Vaughn, who's 5'6".
But I like Deuce Vaughn though. You know what I'm saying? I think I picked him at 1.
And there's a reason he's not a number 1. So Pollard goes down.
I know that, but he might end up being the number 1 if Tony Pollard gets hurt.
Which is terrible. So, he won't hold up either.
We don't know that. He was pretty solid in college. He held up in college, but he is very miniature. But I'm just saying, bro. And I don't know if they play us, and they almost got us last year. We usually always do better as far as in terms of defense versus Dak. But I just see them probably getting a different matchup. I think them going through a different road and not seeing the Niners in the playoffs puts them in the NFC champs to go to the Super Bowl. So I might be wrong. It happens. Hopefully
You're definitely wrong.
But they're
not going to win their division, so that's the first.
They're not going to win their division. They got with the Eagles last year.
They're not better than the Eagles,
bro. It's very rare. It's very rare for teams that lose in the Super Bowl to go back to the Super Bowl, bro.
I didn't say the Eagles was going to the Super Bowl. I just said they about to win a division.
You didn't, but I mean, if you got to win the division. If you got to win the division, though, I'm just saying, like.
They got the best roster for me. I don't think the Giants were a fluke. I think the Cowboys will probably make the playoffs as like a wild card, but I don't think they win in the division.
Okay. I got the Cowboys in the NFC, and then I got the Ravens coming out the AFC with Lamar Jackson, all them boys they got for Lamar now at wide receiver. I really like their defense. Their linebacker core is up there, probably like second to ours, maybe like third in the league. And then still like Marlon Humphrey out there, but it's just like this is the year that Lamar finally gets over the hump, and we see Cowboys and Ravens in the Super Bowl. Look at the chat. I do it. Yeah,
they taking you on.
Figured out that if I pick the Niners, motherfuckers are gonna say we homers. So like shit, you might as well shake it up. You know what I'm saying? And we got Pat already picking them, and we're going 49. You know what I'm saying? So y'all down as a 3 down back. I mean, we'll see what happens. That's a hot take.
Mike, say you still on that book?
I knew Mike was gonna be in here. I was thinking Mike dropped all his shit. Like, bro, this nigga, hey, motherfucking third, bro. It's all good, African Mike. You know what I'm saying? These are just predictions. Predictions are meant to be wrong, but hey, man, that's just what I see from coming out the NFC.
Ravens is a good pick. I feel like whoever makes it out of that division is going to be battle tested. So, but the only thing that scares me about the Ravens is their offense. Lamar is elite, but their receivers, it's just all of them. And I took some of them in my fantasy, but there's questions about if they're gonna hold up. So that kind of scares me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then their running backs the same thing. Like they're all hella talented, but it's like none of them really hold up. So that's the big question mark. But Lamar's on the field, they got a chance for sure. I'm not gonna count them out. But yeah, like I just feel like that division is whoever makes it out of there, they're gonna be ready to go. I'll tell you that.
Man, I mean the easy picks is definitely the Bengals and Kansas City. Like them definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. I feel like exactly.
What you can go to ESPN for that type of pick. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Like shit. Oh boy, African Mike, you could have picked the Eagles, the Lions. Bro, I'm not the Lions, bro. Like, bro, niggas picking the Lions over the Cowboys. That's crazy.
I think the Lions are gonna be better though, but I just don't.
The Super Bowl?
Yeah. I would say I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see all that.
I'm about the Super Bowl.
I just don't believe in Jared Goff. That's
the Vikings are definitely not going out, bro. Not over. Come on, man. You could be the biggest hater of the Cowboys, bro.
I would.
Cowboys say the Vikings, bro. Cowboys.
The only reason I can't say the Vikings would beat the Cowboys is because the way the Vikings got embarrassed last year by the Cowboys. That's the only thing. Otherwise, I would pick the Vikings because I feel like they probably have a better team. But I just feel like after we saw what the boys did to them last year, I can't pick Kirk Cousins in that matchup. Bro, and I don't like
it's really like 3 teams in the NFC, us, Cowboys, Eagles, that's gonna really could come out. But I my sleeper dark horse, and it's a good segue for my comeback player of the year, the Saints. So maybe Super Bowl dark horse with that defense. You literally just had Marshawn Lattimore as DPOY with Chris Olave, with Mike Thomas coming back, and Alvin Kamara off
DC4 or Mike
comeback
Thomas?
Player of the year.
Oh.
DC4, Fresno State. Raider fans, suck
Go
one.
Dogs.
Bruh, go Dogs, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got a DC4 comeback Player of the year, bruh. I think he about to really go off. I wasn't able to pick him for fantasy, so that sucks. But I do got Chris Olave on a lot of different teams, and they have the second easiest schedule this year. So the Falcons have the easiest, and the Saints. So their road is going to be a lot easier.
I do feel like they're winning that division easily for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's all you need just to get to the dance. But
I just don't.
First comeback player of the year.
I just don't. No NFC team to me is better than us. I really don't feel like no AFC team is better than us, but I feel like they are way more formidable opponents over there. But I just don't. I don't believe in no.
It all comes back to.
Which I feel like I gotta respect the Eagles because we lost to them last year, so I'm not gonna disrespect the Eagles. The road does go through Philly, and we played them this year, so it's feel me. But I just feel like we good. But like I hear you though, there's skepticism with Purdy, and rightfully so. But I just feel like I know what he brings to the table, and I'm comfortable with that going into the year and going forward. And I know he can get the job done as long as he plays within himself and do what he's supposed to do. I feel good about it.
Just rely on
boy, Salcedo said, hell no.
No. I want to see what that's going to say, bro. Yeah, Sal. I know my nigga just threw his whole drink. I'm making niggas angry in the chat today. DC4.
Funny.
Here, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Saints, not that far. I'm sorry. I do like them, but not to the NFC Championship. That's real. Any given Sunday, easy schedule doesn't mean much. This is true. But they're gonna be playing. Bro, they play
the
Carolina. They play Carolina twice. They play Atlanta twice. They play Tampa Bay twice. Like that's at least 8 wins right there. My math is a little off.
6 wins.
Yeah, you feel me? Like,
no, for sure. And then they play like I forgot the list of quarterbacks they play, but like they don't play nobody.
Bro, it's a crazy list, bro. It's a crazy list, bro. Like your 10 picks for Marshawn Lattimore might come true, bro. Like he has to see.
No, for sure, because they just play anybody out there, bro.
Like, Baker Mayfield gonna give him a couple, bro. You know what I'm saying? Him versus Mike Evans, bro. Like it's.
You got a rookie. I think he plays all 3 of the rookies. Actually, now that I think about it,
bro. The Saints, I'm telling you, because they probably play the AFC South this year or some shit like that.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's they got an easy road, and I understand what you're saying, Dre. Easy schedule don't mean much on any given Sunday, but watch out for the Saints.
I know he wore out his welcome in Oakland, but he puts up numbers, bro. Y'all,
He
I
is
know
the
y'all hate him,
leading.
bro.
This is the
He puts up
leading
numbers,
franchise quarterback for the Raiders, bro. Like, I can't wait for the Saints fan base
It just
to get a reality check when he really shows up, bro. It's not. See, when he really showed up, it's when y'all defense wasn't able to hold down the league, and he got to come back. He up like 34 points, and the man got to score a game-winning touchdown to win the game.
I don't like Derek Carr as much as anyone, but I feel like y'all was a little too hard on him. I just feel like the moment I would never respect, and I'll bring this up to the day I die. The man threw the ball away on 4th down in the red zone. I'll never forgive him for that. And I understand why Raiders fans wanted to get rid of him after that. But he's got talent. He's got arm talent. And he's one of those guys that, like, when the ball snapped, he pretty much knows where he want to go with the ball. And it's a gift and a curse. But I feel like he'll have that offense at least flowing. And he's with Dennis Allen, who will let him do what he wants. He got good weapons. And you know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna do solid.
I'm mad at it, man.
Yeah, I drafted him in a couple of my leagues. So hey.
Man, I'm a hell of a man. Oh yeah, so that's the last good segue. We coming up past hour here. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Hit the like button, subscribe button. A little bit of fantasy football corner. Just kind of go through. We had our own fantasy draft the other day.
That is why I forgot about that.
Was picking up fifth. Oh, what did he say?
He said when he couldn't get over the 50 the whole game, and then they paid him. That is hella funny.
You can't go over the 50 the whole game.
That was his worst game of his career. That's where he's lying.
Bro, Saints defense, bro, I'm telling you, Saints defense was still good even last year, though. Like
they are good.
I was saying, like, man, I understand what you're saying, Sal.
Then we only scored like 10 or 13 against them or some shit. Like we struggled. We won, but
definitely. But yeah, I just kind of want to go through the draft real quick before we get up out of here. You picked 5th, I picked 6th. Was really funny seeing Garrett Wilson fall.
Wait. Yeah. What draft? Oh, you talking about in Tone's league? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. No. See, you came out the gates with I believe you got Cheetah with your first pick, right?
Yeah. Yep. I was gonna go Nick Chubb. I was really eyeing Nick Chubb, but I was like,
I got him another.
Tyreek is just like, man, he's different, bro. When he gets the ball, he just goes crazy, bro. So like, I think I've never drafted Cheetah. I had got him out the free agency like his very first year when he took off, and I've never had him on my team again. So I was like, I feel like this would be a good time. They got my boy Mike McDaniel, Black Mike. Shout out Black Mike.
Shout out Black Mike.
So I was like, I want to root for that team. So I took my boy Cheetah, and I expect big things.
Man, after you picked the Cheetah, I went ahead. I want to get on this hype train. I've always wanted to get a rookie running back. Big Bijan, you know what I'm saying? The energy, big Bijan fan.
He's good, bro. Like I watched him a lot in college. Texas is one of my football teams that I kind of follow a little closer than others in college football.
Okay.
He's good, bro. But I just didn't like. I wanted to draft him, but it's just he's going top 10 now, and it's just I can't do that I'm not on that with the rookie back shed. I could do him in maybe like the 2nd, 3rd round, but I think he's going to be good. The only thing that scares me is just like defenses might load up on them because they literally have nothing else.
Well,
that makes me a little nervous.
They don't have a quarterback. They have Drake London.
That's true. That is true.
Kyle Pitts.
Don't you ever say
hey, I'm just throwing it out there. You saw his quotations, y'all saying, hey, Kyle Pitts still a top 5 draft pick. I almost drafted him, but like
I didn't give a damn. You would have had to be there the last pick for me to take him.
Talent, bro, is there, bro. Like he could be something, but it's crazy how he's not as productive as he should have been, bro. That shit is crazy to me. But
it's a lot of tight ends like that. What's the OJ Howard? Irv Smith, like it's a lot of dudes that got talent that just don't. I'm after last year, bro. I'm off the wave. He did get hurt.
I said I was never going to draft him again. I didn't do it, but I'm just saying they have a little more weapons to where they're not going to fight. They're going to stack the box all the time, and like I said, the Falcons have the easiest schedule in the NFL, so I'm betting on Bijan. But you know what I'm saying on the comeback.
Yeah,
man, somebody let Garrett Wilson fall in the draft. What were you thinking as he was coming down the line and you saw me at
and I told you this would have happened. It was like 2 picks before me, and I'm like, oh shit, nobody took Garrett Wilson. And mind you, I've taken Garrett Wilson in the first round of all my drafts this year.
Mm.
That's been my first pick. Given I've been picking at the end, so I've been picking 11 and 12. So I've been taking them around there, which is, you know, what I'm saying, I don't think that's a reach. Yeah, exactly. But he's coming back down, right? And I'm like, yo, Garrett Wilson, motherfuckers is asleep. That's my boy. I'm about to swoop him. Next thing I know, it say my boy Tyler Miller is on the clock, and I just knew it was a wrap. I was just like, bro, what the fuck? So now I'm looking like scrambling, trying to pick whoever else. And with the second, I don't even remember who I picked with my second pick. That's how how much it threw me off. I gotta look at my team. Who is my second round? Because I was so just hyped. Like when you was literally the pick right before me, so it threw everything off.
So they had.
I took Jahmyr Gibbs.
There you go, Jahmyr Gibbs. Yep. Yeah. Which is smart. I mean, that's smarter play.
And then, mind y'all, I literally text my boy and said, I'm getting my lick back with Najee Harris because I knew that on the way back, I picked right before him, and I knew he'd been taking Najee in all his drafts because we got another league that we in together. So I straight texted him like, oh, yeah, I hope you know what you did. I'm taking Najee straight for that.
I hit him with the juicy beers. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
I've been on the Najee hype too, though.
Bro, you could have got him if somebody didn't get CD, and it was CD and Garrett Wilson was kind of falling, bro. They were. I was gonna pick CD, bro, but it's fucking Garrett Wilson, bro. Like I'm all in with him
I think he's
Rodgers. Yeah, because he was killing last year without a quarterback, so just this
year. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh yeah, now he got somebody that really thought dots like he is. It's about to look like Devontae out there.
Right. I also noticed, you know what I'm saying, our draft, we both, as I think I texted you during the draft, like we both had like 3 wide receivers and then 2 running backs. I want to say we thought about it on the same mind frame, but waiting on a quarterback. Like, how do you feel about that? Because I always want to reach for Pat Mahomes, the Josh Allens, but like, unless it's like in our league where I give us points for passing yards, how do you feel about like getting a quarterback early or waiting on him?
I do. I feel like it's only really 2 or 3 quarterbacks I would kind of take early, which is who's that? Pat, Josh, and Hurts. Those are the only 3 I was really thinking about taking early, maybe reaching for. But I'm just not one of those guys that usually likes to go quarterback in the first round. Same. I did consider it because I was at the end of the draft. Like I really thought about it, and I know Pat's not coming back around.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I just feel like there's other quarterbacks that they're not going to be as consistent as Pat, but I feel like they have an upside to where maybe it'll do the job for any given week.
Yeah.
So, like, I also think like I've had the Trevor Lawrence thing in the back of my mind all summer. I ain't really told nobody about that. So I think he really, because at first what it was, I'm like, Ridley's coming back. You know what I'm saying? Yep. People gonna be asleep. They gonna be tripping off what Ridley did. And then I've seen the Ridley stuff kind of picked up over the summer, and people were taking him early.
Well, once Devontae Adams had him on out there as like one of the best receivers in the league, it was over for them.
Yeah, bro. So then it was just like, all right. So I'm kind of off the. Then I started really putting it together. Like the only position I don't really know who their tight end is, but I really don't think it matters. Like his wide receivers, and does he still got Chark? Does he still got Chark there too?
No, Chark is actually on the Lions. Or he's somewhere.
Okay, but him and Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, is it Marvin Jones? I think Marvin Jones is who it is.
Somebody. No, Christian Kirk's still there, but they might have Marvin Jones too.
No, but I'm saying Kirk and Ridley was with main reasons because I'm like Ridley's one of the ones, and then
Evan Ingram.
Oh, Evan Ingram, that's the tight end. Yep, you're right. So yeah, they got yeah, man. I just like the way they're gonna shape up, and then that ETN, he can catch the ball hella good.
Facts.
Like I like the way they're gonna stack up. So I took Trevor Lawrence, and I knew a lot of people wasn't really on that hype. And then some of my other leagues, my other quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I got we both with Anthony Richardson this year. I went late for him. I like his upside, just in terms of like the running capabilities, but I don't want to throw him out there like that, but it could be like Cam year 1, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just really took off. and went crazy for that first year, but also want to like steady it and just get like a solid number 2 quarterback, Jared Goff to the world, Derek Carrs, Aaron Rodgers, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even throw Matthew Stafford out there or whatever, but just have somebody else that's going to be steady throughout the whole year just in case it is a bust. But how do you feel about getting AR?
Aaron Rodgers?
No, Anthony Richardson.
Oh, I'm about to say Aaron Rodgers. Shit, I almost took Aaron Rodgers over.
Yeah, I got Aaron Rodgers in another league with
I almost took Aaron Rodgers in one of our leagues, but he got took right before I was coming back down. But yeah, Richardson, I just think he was good in college, but I feel like he didn't have the players around him to really show what he could really do. And I feel like he's a good leader. He's got good character. Everything I've seen from him, and then that stiff arm he had in the preseason lets me know that the NFL is not going to be too physical for him. So I felt like he already played in the SEC, so he's played high-level competition. But now I feel like he's got the players around him, although Jonathan Taylor probably won't be there this year, or at least for the 4 games, we know that. But however that's going to shape out, I still feel like he's capable enough to make some plays when things break down. And he's got some weapons on the outside with Pittman. And I feel like he'll be – I think he's going to have a good year.
Yep. No, I definitely want to see what he does. Could be a good boom or bust player. I with my drafts, I try to go more boom, like low risk, high reward players. That might fuck me sometimes in the end if they don't pan out. But just going off of ADP and where people are in the draft, that kind of determines on where I like to pick them. Because some people will reach early, get a kicker early. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about that. Like niggas waited. Then you both last on the kicker, you know what I'm saying? Like,
some people like to go get Justin Tucker. I don't really like. He's good, and I respect it. Because he does double-digit points, which most kickers don't do. So I do respect it. But like for me, I feel like I'd rather just go with another dude who I feel like is going to have a pretty good offense, and then there's only 12. People don't really have kickers on their bench, so it's like there's still 20 kickers available that's going to be starting. So somebody can show themselves as the year goes on. I did reach for the Niners defense because I wanted a Niner on my team, but I feel like we're going to be the best defense in football. So I ain't going to apologize for that.
And we got the 5th easiest schedule, which is crazy. So that's pretty good. Like, we got Nick Bosa back now. So I wasn't too mad at that pick. The 49ers defense were pretty early and damn near every draft I was in. So, I mean, we were the top scoring offense or top scoring defense, I believe, us and the Cowboys last year. So should be. I'm not mad at that pick at all. But yeah, no, I think all in all, fun draft. You know what I'm saying? Should be an interesting season.
I was about to say my boy Sal in the chat. Damn, I keep hitting my laptop, but he's like, went Devontae over Garrett. I mean, I respect that. I just hate Jimmy G, so I don't. That's what really shying me away from Devontae.
Man, I don't know what.
I'm trying to get my boy hurt out there. It's crazy. And then, AR, he does have raw talent, but I feel like to me the biggest issue in Florida was he just didn't have the talent around him.
Yeah,
and I feel like he made all the throws, but he would overcompensate, try to run when he didn't really have to like force it, and just little stuff like that, where he would just overdo it a little bit because he was trying to be good and trying to do stuff the right way. So I think he really gonna take off in NFL where he can really get out open field and really do some stuff.
Plus,
he does have to develop for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna throw some interceptions here and there. Might have double-digit interceptions, but if he has double-digit rushing touchdowns and double-digit, like, you feel me, passing touchdowns, like, I'm totally good with that. You know what I'm saying? He should be out there going crazy. But coming up here, hour and 24. This is probably our longest show to date, but we got a lot to talk about.
Episode 10, man.
Man, we made it, bro. You feel me? Oh, man. Man, no, it was definitely a good episode. I want to thank y'all for rocking with us. Hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Turn your notifications on because we got to see how this NFL schedule is going to be shaking up. We got a really big game on Monday night, so we'll either be back Sunday night after the game or Monday at regular time at 6 o'clock. But turn your notifications on, and we'll definitely let y'all know when we're going to be back. Thank y'all again. It's your boy Mill.
Boy Pat, man, appreciate y'all coming through.
Man, signing off. Go Niners.